What if entire cities were hidden beneath our feet? Not caves, not simple shelters, complete underground worlds. Some of these places could protect thousands of people for weeks. And from above, you would never know they existed. Today, we travel through 7 underground places that should not exist. Tunnels, cities, temples, mines, caves, and secret rooms under ordinary ground. Every one of them asks the same question. Why did ancient people build so much beneath the surface? Were they hiding from enemies, climate, disaster, or something else? I guess we'll find out in here. Our first stop is Turkey, inside the underground city of Derinkuyu. From the outside, Derinkuyu looks almost ordinary. But beneath these streets is one of the deepest hidden cities ever discovered. This place descends level after level into the earth. It is incredible. There are tunnels, rooms, kitchens, wells, storage areas, and churches. Thousands of people may have hidden here with food, animals, and supplies. This was not a small emergency cave. It's vast, ancient, and filled with mysteries we haven't even begun to understand. It was a complete underground survival system. Massive round stone doors could seal the tunnels from inside. If danger came, this stone could be rolled shut like a shield. Narrow tunnels forced invaders to move slowly, one at a time. The design itself became a defense system. But defense was only part of the engineering. And that, my friends, is what makes it so fascinating. Ventilation shafts carried air deep underground. Without airflow, a place this deep would become dangerous fast. Water wells allowed people to survive without returning to the surface. Food could be stored in cool chambers, safe from heat and attack. Imagine a village disappearing without leaving the village. Enemies could walk above, while families lived silently below. Derinkuyu was not built for luxury. It was built for survival. But Derinkuyu is only one part of a much larger underground world. Our second stop is still in Cappadocia, where hidden passages spread across the region. Above ground, Cappadocia already looks like another planet. But below ground, the landscape becomes even stranger. The rock here is soft enough to carve, but strong enough to hold shape. Ancient people turned this natural material into architecture. Some tunnels may have connected settlements across long distances. The scale of this place is just incredible. This suggests planning beyond one home, one family, or one village. Above ground, people lived in caves, homes, farms, and valleys. Below ground, they built backup worlds for danger. War may explain part of it, but not all of it. Underground rooms also stayed cooler during extreme heat. Food, water, animals, and tools could survive where sunlight could not reach. This was not panic construction. This was a long-term way of life. Cappadocia shows a civilization that knew how to live inside the earth. Now we leave Turkey and travel to France, where another village hid below ground. Our third stop is Naours, a peaceful village with a secret beneath it. Above ground, it looks calm. Below ground, there is another world. Naours contains tunnels, chambers, stables, chapels, and storage spaces. People came here when danger reached the surface. Families could bring food, animals, and tools into the hidden city. The goal was simple: disappear until danger passed. From outside, the village might look abandoned. But below, life continued in silence. This is the power of underground architecture. The surface can lie. A field, a hill, or a quiet street can hide hundreds of rooms. Some walls still carry marks left by people who waited underground. I've found 3 distinct patterns here. Naours was not designed to impress. It was designed to protect. The people who carved it were not chasing beauty. They were chasing time. Time to hide, time to survive, and time to return. But our next underground world was not made only for hiding. Our fourth stop is the Wieliczka salt mine in Poland. This place is not just a mine. It is an underground world. For centuries, miners carved salt from deep below the earth. But they did more than dig tunnels. They created chapels, statues, halls, staircases, and underground lakes. Much of what you see here was carved from salt. The walls shine softly, like stone mixed with frozen light. The chambers feel too beautiful for a dangerous workplace. This place is awe-inspiring, but holds a profound history. Deep underground, the work was dark, difficult, and risky. Yet even there, humans still created art. That may be the most human thing about this place. Even beneath the earth, people needed meaning. Underground lakes reflect chambers that feel almost impossible. Wieliczka shows that underground spaces were not only for fear, they were also places of worship and magnificent art. They could also become places of labor, faith, memory, and beauty. From Poland, we travel to Italy, where a city was built in 2 directions. Our 5th stop is Orvieto, a beautiful hilltop city with another city below. Above ground, you see churches, streets, homes, and open views. But beneath these streets, tunnels, and rooms fill the volcanic rock. For thousands of years, people carved wells, workshops, storage spaces, and escape routes. Of Talkman to Dyth. The underground was not separate from daily life. It was part of the city's body. Wells gave access to water during times of siege or drought. Cool underground rooms helped preserve food and supplies. Workshops operated below the streets, hidden from heat and danger. Some spaces were even used for raising pigeons. These small niches show how practical the underground city really was. In emergencies, hidden passages could become escape routes. Orvieto was not just built upward, it was built inward. A city is never only what you see from the street. But the next underground mystery is even stranger, because its purpose is still unclear. Our sixth stop is the Longyou Caves in China. Massive chambers were cut into solid rock with astonishing control. The walls are covered in repeated chisel marks, almost like patterns. These marks suggest organized work, not random digging. The scale is enormous, but the historical records are strangely quiet. Who planned this? How long did it take? And where did the stone go? Imagine teams carving these chambers by hand, day after day. The pillars were left behind to support the ceiling. This is not chaos. It feels engineered. Some chambers hold water, making the space feel even more mysterious. The mystery is not whether humans made it. The mystery is why. There are no giant statues, no obvious tombs, and no simple answer. Sometimes the most uncomfortable ruins are the ones that refuse to explain themselves. Our final stop takes us to Malta, where underground space became sacred. This is the Hypogeum of Ħal Saflieni, an underground temple and burial complex. It contains chambers, passageways, carved rooms, and ritual spaces. The builders carved stone to imitate above-ground temples. See here? The detail is incredible. Some rooms are famous for the strange way sound moves through them. This was not only construction, it was belief carved into rock. The underground world was connected to memory, ancestors, and death.
To modern people,
underground often means hidden or dangerous. But to ancient people, it could also mean sacred. Going below the surface may have symbolized entering another world. not to escape life, but to understand it. The Hypogeum reminds us that underground architecture was not always practical. Sometimes it was emotional, spiritual, and deeply human. We have traveled through underground places built for survival, labor, faith, and mystery. Turkey gave us cities hidden beneath ordinary villages. France gave us villages that could disappear below the surface. Poland gave us a salt mine transformed into an underground cathedral. Italy gave us a city that grew above the rock and inside it. China gave us giant carved caves that still refuse to explain themselves. Malta gave us an underground temple where stone, sound, and belief became one. Modern people build upward, chasing height, glass, towers, and skylines. But ancient people often built downward. They understood that the earth was not only something to stand on. It could be shelter. It could be storage. The strategic placement suggests long-term preservation of resources. It could be protection. It could be work. Hi there. We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. And sometimes, it could be sacred. Maybe danger came from above, so safety moved below. Maybe climate, war, and fear forced entire communities underground. Or maybe ancient people saw the underground world differently than we do. To them, going beneath the surface was not always retreat. Sometimes, it was the smartest way to live. Sometimes, it was the safest place to preserve food, water, and people. And sometimes, it was the closest place to the mysteries of life and death. The surface may only be half the story. Look closely at what lies beneath. The real history might be under your feet. Which underground place shocked you the most? Would you spend one night inside an ancient underground city? Comment your country, because I want to know where the real explorers are watching from. Follow Lost Earth Files for more hidden history and forgotten places. Because sometimes, the biggest secrets are not above us. They are below.